Welcome, everybody. It's our first guest teacher series. Loren's joining me today. She's going to do the seated part, and I'll get started with the standing. So find a comfortable spot where you'd like to be for silent meditation. You can be seated on a blanket or block, whatever you have, or if you just want to lie down on your back. We'll only be here just a few minutes, so go ahead and settle in, and we'll get started. Wherever you are, you can start to make your way up to tabletop. We'll get going in a few rounds of cat and cow here. So come on to your hands and your knees. So hands roughly underneath the shoulders, hips over top of the knees. Let your belly relax. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round over. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Again, when you round, navel drawing in. Just a few more here on your own. If you haven't already, you can start to work on that deep Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out the nose. And letting the air start to rush against the back of the throat. And take just a couple more rounds. And back up in neutral. And then before we get going too far, let's go ahead and move into child's pose for just so you know where the resting pose is at. So you can try your knees a little bit wider than the hips, big toes a little bit closer together, and then the arms reaching out in front. Now bring a little bit of a side stretch into this. Start by walking your hands over to the right. So the right hand might not move very much at all, but try to reach the left arm a little bit further out. And then make your way back towards center and reach both arms out long while you're here. And then as you exhale, take it over to the left. Again, that right hand only has to go as far as it needs to get the stretch on the right side of the body. And then make your way back towards center again. Let's go ahead and press back up into a tabletop. And then from here, walk your hands to the front of your mat. Curl the toes, lift to a high push-up, and then press the hips back, coming right into downward dog. So first, downward dog, you want to move around a little bit, you can. And try your feet hip width apart or try them a little bit wider, maybe to the edges of the mat. Take them to the edges, let the heels pivot in toward one another. Pedaling the feet, again, go ahead and change sides. You can take it slow here if you want to, and just settle in to the calf, the straight leg that you're reaching that heel down. And finish up the other side if you need to. And with your next exhale, press both heels back down toward the floor. We're going to get up a little bit slower. So if you kind of judge, if you look at your feet, see where your toes are, step your feet up until you get your heels roughly to where the toes were. So you get this gradually shorter downward dog. And then do the same thing again where the toes are, step the heels. So you're getting sort of halfway between downward dog and a forward fold. And then again. At some point, you're going to have to bend the knees to come all the way up into a forward fold. So I think that was 3 times. Let's do it one more. That's 4. And if you need to take another big step up to get to the top of your mat, do that. And just relax down and ragdoll from over here. So give your feet about 2 or 3 fist distance apart. Just sway side to side a few times. Let the knees bend. Shake their head yes, shake it no. And then hold on to your elbows. Tuck your chin to your chest. Keep your knees bent. And then take your time, slowly start to roll yourself up. And then taking the hands to the heart. Adjust yourself in the mountain pose. So you might do big toes together, heels to the side. Or if you feel a bit more balanced with the feet, hip width apart or some other measurement there you can. Let's go ahead and close the eyes. Take a few rounds here of deep breath before we get going. Go ahead and open your eyes. Exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor. And then taking the hands halfway up your shins, lengthen, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, step your hands to the front of your mat, stepping back, downward dog, plank pose. And then hug your elbows to your side, lower all the way down to your mat. And uncurl the toes, just a small back bend to get started in Cobra, press up. Exhale, lower back down. Curl your toes, we're coming just back up to a modified push-up. And then lift the knees, coming back to downward dog. So remember, if you want to take a rest in child's pose at any point, you can always do child's pose instead of downward dog, or it doesn't really matter what we're doing in class. You can take that rest as often as you need to. And if you want to get into the calves again, bend one knee, bend the other. Or any other variation you like to work here in downward dog again. Maybe it's a side stretch. And again, we'll take both heels back down toward the floor. We're going to get up the same, little bit slower way. Where the toes are, step the heels. And then again, where the toes are, step the heels. And then again. One more time. And then all the way back up to the top of your mat if you need to step again. Hands to your shins, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And again, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, lengthen, look up. Exhale, plant the hands, step to a high push up. If you wanted to modify the plank to the floor, you can, knees to the floor, or all the way down to your mat again. Go ahead and press up, back to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes, modified push up, inhale. And exhale, press it back. So you know how to get into the lower body. You can take those variations again if you need to. Try to broaden through the shoulders. And pressing through the hands, gripping through the fingertips. And as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step the feet up. So get up a little bit different. Hands to your shins, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take one more on your own at your own pace. Now just holding that downward dog for about 5 breaths. And then finishing that vinyasa on your own. If you get done a little bit early, hands to your heart. And drop your gaze down to your fingers. Just a few lunge salutations. If you want to put a blanket somewhere around the middle of your mat for a little bit extra cushion for your knees, you can go ahead and set that up. So I'm going to go ahead and take that again out to the middle of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, step your right leg back, right knee drops down. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. So let's stay here a little bit. I've been doing this lately with toes curled under. If you want to do top of foot on the floor, you can. Whichever version you do, try to tilt your tailbone toward the floor. So see if that'll get that stretch a little bit deeper into the quad. And as you exhale, take your hands to the floor, step it back into downward dog. If you want to take a vinyasa here, you can. You can stay in downward dog for a few breaths. And then as you exhale, lower both knees down to the floor. Stepping the right foot through the hands. Inhale, reach the arms overhead again. And if you feel any pressure at all on that knee and you don't have some sort of cushion to place underneath it, try to press the top of the foot or curl the toes, press the ball of the foot into the floor. And then that action is usually enough to take some of that pressure off. Exhale, release the hands down. Step your left foot forward. Hands to your shins, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Last round. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look to the horizon. Exhale, step your left leg back, lower your knee. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the floor, step it back, downward dog. Good. And again, same option as before, stay here in downward dog, or if you want to add a vinyasa, I'll do it with you this time. Shift to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, tops of the feet, upward facing. Exhale, back over the toes. Go ahead and drop your knees to the floor again. Stepping the left foot through. Inhale, add the arms overhead again. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the right foot forward. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. So if you use that blanket or you got some extra props on your mat, go ahead and set it off to the side. We'll probably come back to those a little bit later. And then turn around, face the long edge of your mat. And start here with hands to heart. And inhale, open your arms out wide. Turn your right toes away, left toes pivot in. Look to your right, middle finger, take a full deep breath in. And then exhale, reach forward with the right arm. And then just let it drop down wherever it lands. And go to your shin. It can go to quad, go to floor. And you don't have to go down so far, as long as you're feeling that stretch there to the back of the thigh. And inhale, come back up to center, parallel the feet. Same thing other side, left toes away, right toes in. Take a warm, deep breath in. And then exhale, reaching forward. And so again, wherever it lands, and maybe it goes to the floor, pinky side of that leg. Try to draw this right shoulder a little bit further open. Again, look up to the thumb. Inhale, come back up to center, parallel your feet. Go ahead and take your hands to your hips. Turn right toes away and we'll step the left foot in a little bit. And try to get the hips squared off so you don't have quite as far to get into the twist. Small bit in the right knee to get going. Inhale, reach the left arm overhead. And then exhale, reaching forward with the left hand, dropping it down on either side of the foot. And then hook your thumb to your hip. Roll the hip a little bit further back. And then if you have your balance, reach the right arm overhead. Exhale, look down, release your hands. Inhale all the way back up, pivot to center. Exhale, hands to hips, changing sides, left toes turn away, right foot steps in. Bend the left knee, reach the right arm overhead. And then exhale, take it forward. So again, if left hand needs to stay here on your hip, you can certainly do that. Again, you can take a block there for the right hand. And see how where you place your right hand kind of determines how much you're going to twist into it. So again, you might be able to twist a little bit further if you get to the pinky side, but that may make balance a little bit too hard to hold. So again, inside a foot would be fine. Exhale, look down, release. Inhale all the way back up, open the arms out wide. Turn your right toes away, left toes pivot in. And if you shortened your stance for triangle, probably need to open the feet up a little bit wider again. Go ahead and bend down into the knee. So start here in Warrior B. Let's take one deep breath in. And then for side angle, reach forward. Take the forearm to the thigh, left arm up. And then extending it out. And if you keep your forearm here, press into it. See if you can get into that left side body again. Or if you really want to take your hand to the floor, either side of your foot's okay. Inhale, come back up to Warrior B. Straighten the leg, pivot to center. Same thing, other side. Left toes turn away, bend down into the knee. Let's take one deep breath in, and then exhale, side angle here. Right arm up, extending it out. So maybe you wanted to do a bit of shoulder work here. You can come into a half bind, your right hand behind your back. If you wanted to go full bind, left arm underneath that left leg. And you can find the fingers, or maybe it's holding on to a bit of clothing. Go ahead and release the bind if you took it. Inhale, come back up to warrior B. Straighten the leg, pivot to center. Take your hands to your hips. We'll take a twist from here. Again, so set up about like you did for revolve triangle. Square the hips. Again, this left leg back as far as you're comfortably able to go, and then keep the heel down on the floor when you bend into your front knee. So again, you can always adjust if you need to. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Start to twist left elbow to the outside of the leg. And then stack the hands. Twist, look up to your right shoulder. Just a few more breaths. Try to pull the right side of the hip a little bit further back. And exhale, look down, release. Inhale, come all the way back up to center, parallel your feet. Change sides, hands to hips, left toes turn away. And then go ahead and work through this warrior A twist on the left leg on your own. Okay, when you're finished, back to facing the long edge of your mat, and then take the feet out a little bit wider here. And try to start with them parallel to one another, and then inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, follow your hands all the way down until they touch your mat. Take another breath in, look up. Exhale, forward fold. And so you keep your hands in front of your shoulders. You can start to welcome back a little bit. If that gets into a little bit more for you, maybe toes coming in line with fingertips, crown of head toward floor. With your next breath in, lengthen, look up. Exhale, hands to hips, chin to chest, and slowly start to come back up. Inhale, open the arms out wide. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Slide your hands down, look up. Exhale, fold forward, lift the arms off your back. And so you can try a looser grip. See what that does to the stretch. You can try a fist. So you might not be able to get the arms as far off the back. But again, notice how it changes if it got it a little bit deeper into the shoulders or if it started to bring some of that stretch into the chest. And come all the way back up. Exhale, hands to your hips. Last one here, open the arms out wide. Fold forward as you exhale, peace fingers to your big toes, or maybe it needs to be hands to shins. Inhale, and exhale, fold. And with your next inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to hips, chin to chest, and slowly start to come back up again. Take the arms out wide. Start to toe heel the feet in toward one another, and then end up standing, hands to your heart, gaze dropping to fingers. Good. So you're going to drop down to your hands and your knees, and then just come on to one side of your mat. Oh, start on the left side, I guess. And then you can kind of come into a tabletop from here, and then we'll take the right leg out. When you have the right leg out and you have the sole of the foot down, that should get the stretch on the inner thigh. Try to get it back into the hamstrings. So see if it gets there. If you rotate onto your heel and then you flex your toes back towards your face. So you can be here, you can stand hands in this left knee, that's perfectly fine. You can go back a little bit, see if it changes it. If you start to bring the hip back to rest on the left heel, or you can come all the way up and take your right hand to your thigh and you can reach the left arm over if you want to add a bit of a side stretch into it. If you need the extra support of the hand on the floor, you can always do that too. Whichever one you took, let's come back up. Take the hands back down, draw the knee back in, and you could just turn around so you face the other way, but so I stay in camera, I'll just move to the other end of the mat. So again, right knee on the floor, left leg out, and then rotate the toes up. And decide if you want to stay here, if you want to go back a little bit, or if you want to come up. And then you want to add the bit of side stretch into this. One more breath here. See if you can reach the right hand a little bit further. And come all the way back up. We'll draw this left knee back in and walk back around and then end up into downward dog. So we won't stay here in downward dog. Just go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet. And then you can take ragdoll again. So you can bend your knees a little bit, sway side to side if you want to. And again, like we got up in the beginning, keep the knees bent, hold your elbows, slowly start to roll yourself up. So we'll do one balance pose and then we'll head to the floor. I'm going to do tree pose. If there's a different balance pose you want to do instead of that, go ahead and take it. Maybe it's eagle or maybe you want to do both today. But if you're doing tree with me, fan left toes up, bring it back down. Right foot can stay on the floor, or you can bring the foot anywhere on the leg, but try to avoid pressing the foot against the knee. And hands to heart, or if you got a different variation you like to do, go ahead and take it. Go ahead and let that go when you've had your 5 breaths. But again, just on your own, go ahead and move through this other side here at your own pace. And gaze is focused a few feet out in front of you, something that's not going to move. And go ahead and let that go. Let's go ahead and turn back around, and then let's take rest in child's pose. So we'll stay in child's pose a little bit. The video is going to switch back over to the thumbnail for class. You'll get a little bit of music, and then after just a little bit, Loren will come on.
Take another breath here in child's pose, reaching out through the fingertips. And then after your next exhale, inhale, lift the sits bones slightly, open up between the knees. Bring your big toes to touch and drop back into a wide leg child's pose. Rock the hips from side to side, and then come back to center and take a breath or two. And as with Matt, on the next inhale, we're going to walk our hands all the way over to the right, just going where you can go. And then inhaling again and sweeping that right arm all the way back and maybe bringing the right hand to the top of the right foot. Relax the head and neck down and take 3 breaths here. After your third exhale, as you inhale, bring that right arm back, walk both hands to center, and this time walk yourself all the way over to the left. Once again, just going where you can go. Inhale as you exhale, sweep that left arm back, bring the top of the left hand to the top of the left foot, maybe bringing the side of the forehead down to the mat. Relax the neck. 3 breaths here. Inhale, left hand comes back to meet the right. Walk the hands to center, and then turn your hands so that the pinky side meets the mat. Bring your palms together. Inhale, as you exhale, draw your hands up over your head. 3 more breaths. After the third exhale, arms go back out in front of you. Turn the palms to the mat. Inhale as you walk your hands to center and bring yourself into tabletop. Shoulders approximately over the wrists, hips approximately over the knees, palms into the mat, fingers spread. Inhale as you drop the belly, lift the sits bones, lift the gaze, finding cow, and then carefully turn your head to the right. As you exhale, draw the head back into center, rounding into cat. Inhale, flowing back into cow. Carefully turn your head to the left this time. As you exhale, round it back into cat. Inhale, flowing into cow, turning the head to the right. As you exhale, head comes back to center, rounding into cat. Inhale as you flow into cow, and then carefully turn your head to the left. Exhale, coming back into cat, and from cat, drop back into child's pose. Take a breath here. And then inhale, bring yourself back into tabletop. On the next inhale, send the right arm out, and when you're ready, your left leg. Engage your core. Hold. Breathe. Press out through that left heel. Reach with the right fingers. Relax the head and the neck. Trying to find that quiet space of stillness here. And then inhale as you exhale. The right hand, left knee come down. Drop back into child's pose. Take a breath, maybe 2. And when you're ready, inhale and bring yourself back into tabletop. On the next inhale, send the left hand out. And when you're ready, the right leg. Engage your core and hold so that right foot is flexed, pressing out through the heel. Belly button comes into the spine. Everything's engaged from the tips of the fingers all the way through to the heel. Inhale as you exhale, hand and knee come down. Drop back into child's pose. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale yourself back into tabletop. We're going to do this again. And if your practice allows, we're going to take this into a bind. So I want you to listen to your body and honor your body and only go where you feel that you can go safely today. So thinking about the pose. On the next inhale, send the right arm out. And when you're ready, your left leg. Engage the core, hold. This is a great place to stay and work on your balance and your core. But if you've been doing this for a while, maybe bend into your left knee, lift the knee and point the toe. Keep that right arm extended and see if you can hold it here. So this is an awesome place to stay. But maybe if you'd like to take the bind, send the right arm back, take hold of the foot or the ankle, engage the core, and hold. No matter where you are perfect and you are breathing. Inhale as you exhale, release the bind. Right hand, right knee, come back down, drop back into child's pose and take 3 breaths here. Inhale, bring yourself back into tabletop. We're going to go to the other side. So once again, honoring your own body and just going where you can go. On the next inhale, send the left arm out. And when you're ready, the right leg, engage your core and hold. So this is a perfect place to stay. Once again, working on your balance and your core. But if you like, bend into the right knee, lift the knee and point the toe. Hold it here. And then maybe sending the left arm back for the balance and the bind, knowing that each side of the body is different. Breathing. Inhale as you exhale, release. Drop back into child's pose. 3 more breaths. Maybe rock the hips from side to side, breathing into the shoulders. Relax the neck. After your third exhale, inhale as you walk your hands towards your knees, slowly lifting the head. So we have some options for this next one. You can remain seated on your heels like this, or you can reach forward, tuck your toes, and sit back on the heels for intense toe stretch. If this doesn't work for your body, we have 2 more options. One is to come into Sukhasana, and the other is butterfly. We just want to have our torso straight, crown of the head lifted. So find what works for you. I'm going to sit in Sukhasana today. If you're in my class, you usually know that I sit back on my heels with my toes tucked for intense toe stretch, but it works no matter what you're doing. So tall spine, crown of the head lifted, arms come down by your side, opening the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up, bring your palms to touch. As you exhale, bend into the elbows, opening up, pressing back with the elbows slightly. Keep the chin lifted, and we have goddess pose. Spread your fingers. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bending into the elbows, opening back out, finding goddess pose, goddess arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goddess arms. You can stay here, or on the next inhale, bring both arms forward in front of you. Right arm goes underneath the left. Intertwine the forearms, and we have eagle arms. You can stay here, or on the next inhale, lift the elbows, lift the chin, lift the gaze, and maybe even arch back slightly. Just going where you can go, enjoying the stretch. And then on the next inhale, release your bind. Sweep your arms all the way back up. And then exhale, back into goddess arms. And feeling that wonderful opening in the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goddess arms. Inhale. And then exhale, opening out, keeping the fingers spread. Inhale, arms come forward once more. This time your left arm goes underneath the right. Find your bind if you like. And an alternate to this bind is to place one hand on each shoulder. So listen to your body and do what feels right to you. Find your bind. And then on the next inhale, if you like, you can lift your chin, lift the elbows, lift the gaze, arching back, eagle arms. And you are breathing here. On the next inhale, release your bind, sweep your arms all the way back up. And then exhale, draw your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra, chin to chest, gaze at the fingertips. Take a few breaths. Inhaling as you lift your gaze, and then find your way back into child's pose. So any way you can get there is perfect. Maybe taking a wide leg child's pose if that works for your body. Fingers and arms stretched out in front of you, rocking your hips from side to side to release your lower back. Come back to center. Once again, we're going to inhale and walk our hands towards our knees and carefully lift our heads. The next objective is to bring our legs in front of us on the mat, and you can get there any way you like. I like to cross my ankles and roll over my legs. So legs in front of you on the mat with the knees bent. The soles of your feet are pressed into the mat. Your core is engaged, belly button to spine, and you want to maybe place one hand on your lower abs. Make sure everything is connected. Rocking back and forth, take your hands, place them on the back of the thighs. Relax your shoulders back, getting ready for half Navasana. So inhale, lift the legs, engage the core. This is a great place to stay. But if you've been doing this for a while, maybe releasing your hands from the backs of the thighs, bringing your arms long by your side, lift the chin slightly, and then maybe inhale as you open the arms, open the chest. Inhale again, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Take a breath or two here. Inhale as you exhale, soles of the feet come down to the mat, hands to the knees. Your knees will fall open, rounding down. Rock your head from side to side. Inhale as you lift your head. Bring the knees back to center. So setting up once again for half Navasana, hands on the back of the thighs, up near the knees. Inhale and lift. And know that this is a great place to stay, using your hands for support. Or you can release. Or maybe inhale as you open. And the next option is to keep your legs exactly where they are, or you can inhale as you exhale. See if you can bring your toes down to the mat, keeping the core engaged. Inhale, lift. Let's lower and then lift. One more lower. One more lift. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Inhale as you exhale, soles of the feet come down, hands to the knees, knees fall open, rounding down, rock your head from side to side. Inhale, lift the head, bring your knees back to center. Grab your strap or whatever you're using for a strap, and take your strap and wrap it around the ball of the right foot. Sitting up nice and tall, the sole of the left foot is connected to the mat. Inhale, lift the right foot. And then as you exhale, send it out for a stretch. Press through the heel. Lower down. Lower that right foot down. Inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, extend it out. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Now you can stay here. Or if you like, place both ends of the strap into your right hand. The left hand comes to the top of the left knee. Inhale, opening out with that right leg. Turn and look over your left shoulder. And if you like, send that left arm out. Breathing wherever you are in this pose. And then inhale, bring everything back to center. Bend into the right knee, lower the foot down, send the right leg out straight in front of you for a stretch. Inhale, bring that right knee back in, unbind and unwind the strap, and take the strap and now wrap it around the ball of your left foot. Relax your shoulders back, and then inhale, lift the left foot. As you exhale, straighten that left leg and send it out for a stretch. Lowering down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Lower down. One more. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Now you can stay here, or if you like, place both ends of the strap into your left hand this time. Right hand comes to the top of the right knee. Inhale, send that left leg out to the side. Turn and look over the right shoulder. Send your right arm out. Breathing wherever you are, keeping the chin slightly lifted. And then inhale, bring everything back to center. Bend into your right knee. Lower the foot down. Send your right, oh, sorry, that was left. You guys know me. Send out the left leg straight and then bend into the knee. Unbind and unwind. Send both legs out straight in front of you. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Rounding through the shoulders, the head, and the neck in the yin style of yoga, just going where you can go. And then inhale, arms come back up. Cross your ankles. We're going to come back onto hands and knees. Drop back into child's pose for a breath or two. And I always like to take a wide leg child's pose so I can rock my hips from side to side. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Press through the palm of the right hand. Come onto your right knee and then send your left leg back. Sweep the left arm up. Lift the gaze, open your heart, open your chest. And this is a modified version of Vashisthasana, side plank. Breathing here. Inhale as you exhale, the left hand and left knee come down. Drop back into child's pose. Take a breath, maybe two. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Come onto the palm of the left hand, this time left knee. Send your right leg back. Sweep the right arm up, taking your time, opening the heart, open the chest, lift the gaze if you like. Breathing here. Inhale as you exhale, hand and knee come down. Drop back into child's pose. Take a breath. Inhale, walk your hands towards your knees, lifting the head very slowly. Once again, cross your ankles, roll over your legs. And again, the next objective is to bring your legs in front of you on the mat. I'm going to turn and face the camera again. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart, butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Engage the core. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, rounding down, forward fold. Relax the head, the neck, and the shoulders, softening through the whole body. And take 3 breaths here at your own pace. At the end of the third exhale, inhale, sweep the arms back up. Inhale, bend into the elbows and draw your arms back, palms up. So palms are facing the ceiling. Inhale, as you exhale, slide your hands underneath the calves and the shins, palms up. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, rounding down once more into butterfly. And just a different version of butterfly. Breathing wherever you are. On the next inhale, very slowly begin to lift your head. Slide your arms out from underneath the calves and the shins. Find that tall spine. Open the arms out to the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, very gentle, very slow twist to the right. Hands fall where they may, maybe looking over the right shoulder, breathing here. Inhale, sweep the arms to center, lift the gaze. Exhale, twisting very gently to the left this time. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart, chin to chest, gaze at the fingertips. Take a breath or two. And then inhale, lift the gaze, release your hands, bring one hand to either side of your knee, on the outsides of your knees, bring your knees to center, send the legs out in front of you. Keep your feet flexed and keep a gentle bend in your knees as well. Engage the core. Inhale. As you exhale, slow forward fold, rounding down, just going where you can go. Take a breath here. And then inhale, sweep the arms all the way back up. Reach back slightly. Open the heart, open the chest, open the arms. Exhale, folding forward, back. Relax the arms, Dandasana. Breathing here. And then one more inhale, sweep the arms up, open the heart, open the chest, reach out with the fingertips. Inhale as you exhale, back into the forward fold. 3 breaths here. At the end of the third exhale, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Inhale, bend into both knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. Inhale again, send the arms out in front of you. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. If you're new to yoga, this is an excellent place to stay. Keeping the core engaged and just breathing here. If you've been doing this for a while, maybe walking the feet in and bringing them to center, finding a little bit of a balance here. And then maybe if you've been doing this for quite a while, you can inhale as you exhale, opening out and finding your balance and your stretch. And then lowering the feet down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together. Keep your knees apart. And then very gently lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Open your arms out to a T. Knees fall open to the side. And maybe your eyes are closed and you're in Supta Baddha Konasana. And take a few breaths here as you begin to release the practice. On your next inhale, bring the knees to center. As you exhale, send the legs out in front of you. Paddle the knees up and down, and then create some space between the 2 feet. Bring your arms down long by your sides. On an inhale, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, settling the shoulder blades into the mat. And then relax and release the lower back, the hips, the knees, the ankles, the feet, and the toes. Eyes are closed and you breathe, inhaling through the nose and feel the belly lift. Exhale through the nose and feel the belly lower. Allow your body to slowly release the practice. Rest.
And slowly start to bring the awareness back to your breath, with fingers and toes. And with a greater inhale, reach the arms out long overhead on the floor behind you. And stretch, reach, and exhale, relax. Go ahead and roll to the side, use your arm as a pillow, and stay there. Take another deep breath. And as you're ready, press yourself back up to seated. And take your hands to your heart, close your eyes. Thanks for practicing with us. Namaste.